If you find yourself shopping for enameled cast iron cookware, you might think the most important decision is which vibrant exterior color you should pick. Well, until you look inside. Then you'll realize there's another choice to be made. Light or dark enamel. Indeed, enameled cast iron cookware such as Le Creuset is famous for its vibrant exterior colors. But what's potentially more important for cooks is what's on the inside. Either this light tan color or this dark black. What's the difference between these two? What's it even matter? And is one type of interior better than the other when pot meets stove? And what about cleaning and maintaining each type? Are those additional factors you should consider? Today I'm going to reveal everything you need to know about light versus dark enameled cast iron. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook. And today we are taking another dive into the world of enameled cast iron. Now we've done videos on this type of cookware before, comparing it to standard cast iron, comparing it to enameled stoneware, and even enameled steel. And I'll put links to those prior videos in the description below if you'd like further overview on this type of material. But today we are taking an even closer look at these two types, particularly what's on the inside. This lighter sand-colored material or this darker black type of material, both enameled cast iron. So what's going on here? Now, I'm going to try to be brand agnostic here, but we have to at least acknowledge that when most people think about enameled cast iron cookware, they often think about France's Le Creuset, one of the pioneers of this type of cookware and the godfather of this real colorful kind with these vibrant exterior hues. A lot of the research I did for this video came from Le Creuset, with both information online and from representatives at its retail stores. But this advice should translate just as easily to other brands, such as Staub and even vintage discontinued ones such as Descoware. I own several pieces from many of these brands and I use them very often. All of them are enameled cast iron. So before we talk about the different properties of these two enamels, this light and this dark, perhaps the most important thing you should know is that they are actually the same material. These are both indeed enamel. And enamel is a glass-like material that is fused to cast iron, both outside and in. The beauty of enamel, whether it's light or dark, is that it's non-porous, non-reactive, and doesn't require seasoning. This makes it the opposite of standard cast iron. And it is also a lot more expensive, especially for pieces made in France like Le Creuset and Staub. Now, from merely looking at this material, most people will recognize that this is enamel. It's, very identifiable. But a lot of people might see this and think that it's, just standard cast iron. But it's not. This is indeed enameled. It just looks black. It looks like standard cast iron, like something you'd see from Lodge, but it is indeed enameled. Now, beyond the color difference of light and dark enameled cast iron, the biggest difference between these two is actually really slight, but it might be important to you. So this sand-colored enameled cast iron, well, it is really, really smooth. It is indeed pretty much like glass if you put your finger against it. However, this dark-colored enameled cast iron, well, it's just ever so slightly rougher. It's a little more grittier, a little more textured. And you can really feel it if you put your finger against this. It's just slightly rougher than the sand-colored enameled cast iron. In this respect, the dark version feels a little more like a very well-seasoned cast iron pan, which can further lead to some people thinking that this black enameled cast iron is just simply standard cast iron. Okay, so this tan colored enamel is really smooth, and this black interior enamel is slightly rougher. So what does that mean for your buying decision and, well, cooking with it? First of all, depending on brand or the piece of cookware you want to buy, you might not have a choice of interior shade. For example, if you want the iconic Le Creuset Dutch oven or a saucepan, it's going to have to be this tan color. If you want a pot or pan such as that in black interior enamel, you're going to have to go with a different brand, such as Staub, which I think at least these days only makes interiors in black. If you want an enameled grill pan though, it's almost assuredly going to be in black. And here I should mention that Le Creuset has introduced a line of what it calls its outdoor collection. It is black inside and out and looks like something you'd see from Lodge, but here again, it's all enameled instead of bare cast iron. Yet for some pieces, such as these two Le Creuset skillets, you will face a choice of interior color, either this lighter sand or this darker textured black. So does it even make a difference as far as how they cook? According to Le Creuset, the sand color interior is ideal for slow cooking methods with moisture, such as braising, stewing, and making soups. These methods would also use low to medium heat, whether on the stovetop or in an oven. For the black enamel interior, Le Creuset says that surface is better for searing, grilling, and blackening, which are also higher heat methods. But I should note that if you really want to do seriously high heat cooking, as we did last year with pan broiling, it's best advised not to use enameled cast iron at all, and instead a pan with a metal surface, particularly something like cast iron or carbon steel. Le Creuset itself advises always use low to medium heat settings for best cooking results and care of the product, and never heat the product too quickly or use on maximum/high for preheating or cooking, as excessive surface temperature changes, thermal shock, will damage the cooking surface of the product, which can include crazing, cracks, and chipping. To see if there really is much different in the results of cooking foods, especially the browning of proteins, I've been experimenting with both types of surfaces. For my main experiment, I used the same heat, the same time, and the same amount of oil to cook chunks of chicken thigh. And good news, the results of both were nearly the same. In fact, the lighter color surface actually performed better than I expected it to, nicely browning the meat. Of course, the black enamel did the same, nicely browning the meat as well, which wasn't a big surprise. Both surfaces presented little issue with sticking. Again, don't rush this. Let the food cook and it will release naturally when it's ready. One potential big benefit of the lighter surface, however, is it's easier to monitor the progress of browning, especially if you make a sauce. A benefit of black enamel, however, is that it won't noticeably discolor with use as the lighter enamel will. In fact, Le Creuset says the black surface will build up a patina over time, similar to standard cast iron. So I'm happy to report that, cooking with both of these types, both of these colors, well, they were more similar than they were different. But what about cleaning these two? Is there something different you need to do if you have this lighter enamel versus this dark? Well, let's talk about that, including what you should do if you have something that is really stained. In general, it's advised to hand wash enameled cast iron. Yes, technically it can go in the dishwasher, but doing so can dull the interior and corrode any exposed cast iron on the rim. Remember, these are heirloom items and it's encouraged that you treat them as such. Another no-no and a differentiator to something like stainless steel is that you want to let enameled cast iron cookware cool a bit before cleaning. Le Creuset advises, do not plunge it into or fill it with cold water when hot, as sudden and extreme temperature changes may damage the product. For most cleaning duties, warm, soapy water and a non-abrasive sponge will do the job. Avoid those green scouring sponges and definitely don't use the metal ones. For real stuck-on grime, let the pot or pan soak, then scrub it with a non-abrasive brush. Le Creuset will happily sell you a nylon one like this, or just simply use another type of bristle brush. For more serious cleaning, you can use something like Barkeeper's Friend. I like the liquid version here, or Le Creuset will be happy to sell you its own version of this liquid cleaner and maintainer product. Now, if you have, let's say, a vintage enameled cast iron pot that is really stained, well, good news, you can actually bring it back to life and you can make it almost new again. In fact, it just so happened that I recently scored a vintage Copco pot for just $6.50 at the thrift store. It had seen better days and was moderately stained inside. So I started a reconditioning process by first washing it in soapy water inside and out and being mindful to remove that sticker from the outside. Then I went at it with liquid Barkeeper's Friend. To my delight, it really did do a great job of removing most of these stains. And for an enameled cast iron pot that was probably at least 40 or 50 years old, well, I think it brought it back to a really nice condition. Now, if you have an enameled cast iron pot that has even more serious staining, well, America's Test Kitchen reported good results using a solution of 1 part bleach to 3 parts water and letting it sit overnight, and they say it made their pot look like new. I'll link to their story in the description below if you want more information on how to do that. So let's bring this back full circle. Which of these two interior enameled cast iron pieces are best for you? Well, again, depending on the brand you choose and the type of piece you choose, you might not have a choice. But if you do, here are my thoughts. If you do a lot of cooking that is moderately higher heat, something like searing or browning, well, the black enameled cast iron may make more sense for you. Same if you do a lot of slow cooking with foods that can stain. So I'm talking like tomato-based recipes, things like that that could easily stain a lighter material. On the flip side, if you like the look of the lighter material, well, you should know that it actually does a really nice job of browning and cooking, pretty similar to the black stuff. And another neat thing about it is, well, people immediately know that it is enameled cast iron. You don't have any explaining to do, and I think it really does have a nice aesthetic. So either of these at the end will probably work for your needs, and they work a lot more similarly than they do differently. But now I want to hear from you. Which of these do you prefer? And are you on Team Enameled Cast Iron or Team Cast Iron? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, before we get to trivia time, a little bit of show and tell and talk about timing. At the thrift store this week, I scored this. Now, no, this is not enameled cast iron. This big boy is cast iron. This is a massive Lodge wok. I didn't even know they made them this big. Still got the price tag on it. I paid about $13 for this thing. Oh my gosh, what a beast. I mean, I think I might use this thing for weightlifting as much as I do cooking, but a very, very cool piece of cookware that I'm happy to add to my cast iron collection, this giant wok. Have you ever used one of these things? Okay, trivia time. In the last video, I asked you to identify this interesting device, and several of you knew what this is. This is, of course, a ricer, particularly a potato ricer. And if you've never used one of these, well, they just make the most creamiest, fluffiest mashed potatoes you've ever had. In fact, one of the first videos I did on this channel was how to use one of these. I'll link to that in the description below. But congratulations to everybody who correctly identified this as a potato ricer. Okay, for this week's culinary trivia, yeah, another thing I picked up at the thrift store. Look at this interesting object. If you know what this is, or if you have a guess, put it in the comments below, and I will of course let you know the correct answer in the next episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Until next time, I hope you want to cook.